Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Kasmuel MC'OURE'S made some remarks earlier today at Bomas of Kenya during the public participation on Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. The remarks have clearly angered some Kenyans who are now on Kasmuel's neck. I've listened to Kasmuel several times. I'm not seeing any mistake or anything he did wrong by making those remarks. Let's listen to Kasmuel before we continue.
Right thing. And we want them to ensure that we see any person who wants to foster tribalism in this country to go. Gachagua must go. Gachagua must go. Na Wakenya wenzangu, nyinyi kama vijana tunashinda tukisema kwamba lazima we ensure we protect our country. Saizi pia tunataka wabunge kama wanataka kutoa Gachagua, pia watusaidie na mambo ya social health, wahakikishe tunapata afya nzuri, wahakikishe funding model wanashughulikia, wahakikishe kwamba wewe kama walisema serikali ni ya mama mboga, waheshimiwa, ni nyinyi mko katika bunge. We disagree with you in public, but I've gotten the chance to tell it to your faces. Nobody is trying to ban this country. I want to assure you, niliona wakisema parliament that they need security. Sisi kwa walikuwa hapo on Tuesday, tulikuwa kwa court. We hatutaki kuchoma hawa watu, tunataka watupatie policies za mwananchi, si ndio? Nataka vijana wapate kazi, wamama wapate linda mama, na watoto wakienda shule wakule. But the bottom line of leo, ndio tumalize ukabila Kenya, ndio tumalize siasa ya shareholders, ndio tumalize hii siasa ya kuchanganya watu. Gachagua, Wakenya si wasikii Gachagua? Viva vijana, viva! Viva Gen Z, viva! Long live the Kenyan democracy, long live! Asanteni sana.
Yes. Listening to Kasmuel, I still don't understand why some Kenyans are attacking Kasmuel because of what he has said. Kasmuel is saying Rigathi must go, and then is imploring upon the members of parliament to start serving Kenyans, putting Kenyan interest first. The new university fund model, Adanis, and such kinds of things. Where did Kasmuel get it wrong, ladies and gentlemen? Let's put those remarks into perspective for Kenyans to understand what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. It's true Kenyans hate William Ruto, but their hate for William Ruto should not blind them, because it appears Kenyans have become very emotional that anything William Ruto initiates or propagates, they are against that. Let me tell Kenyans that William Ruto will be the president till 2027. Ruto cannot be impeached by members of parliament. So if you want both to be impeached, that will never happen. MPs will not impeach Ruto, but they will impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi is going home, and that's something Kenyans should know. By saying impeach both, you are just trying to say Rigathi should not be impeached. In the past 2 years, we've seen a William Ruto Rigathi's rule. A William Ruto's Rigathi's rule is what has led us to where we are. In fact, a Rigathi Ruto's rule is what took Kenyans to the streets. That's why Gen Z emerged. A Ruto Rigathi rule. If you don't want Rigathi to be impeached, you are saying both, then you just want the status quo to continue, where two communities are still going to dominate against other Kenyan communities. Impeaching Rigathi Gachagua has presented a wonderful opportunity for Kenyans to change the balance of power, to alter that scale of power being exchanged between two communities. Rigathi's impeachment has provided Kenyans with that wonderful opportunity. But some Kenyans are not seeing it. Some Kenyans have allowed themselves to swim with the wave, and that wave is coming from Mount Kenya. That impeach both, that wave, the epicenter of it is Mount Kenya. So Kenyans should wake up. You can think you are in a majority, but that majority is clearly wrong. And in this forum, I've always maintained that the moment you find yourself reading from the same page as a majority of Mount Kenya, just know you are on the wrong side. Yes. The moment you find that what you are saying, a majority of Mount Kenya supporting that, just know you are on the wrong side. You are just escorting Mount Kenya in order to continue dominating against other Kenyan communities. And that's a fact. I'm not lying, ladies and gentlemen. So Kenyans should wake up. This war is between Ruto and Rigathi. The mountain wants to still continue dominating. Ruto has laid out a strategy of curtailing that. That's what is happening. So if you want both to be impeached, you are not looking at the bigger picture. Kasmuel MC'OURE'S, this is a Gen Z we saw during the demonstrations, the original Gen Z demonstrations. Some conmen have emerged, now speaking on behalf of Gen Zs. And those conmen themselves, they have told Kenyans that they supported Ruto. Somebody who supported William Ruto, how can you trust that kind of a person? They brought us here. Rigathi brought us here. These conmen masquerading as Gen Zs, they also brought us here. How do you support that kind of a person? I'm not against Gen Zs, but as of now, Gen Zs appears to be dead. But that does not mean they can't regroup. Maybe they can regroup, millennials can regroup, or any other group can regroup. If Ruto's government continues with its incompetence, nobody knows. Gen Zs can emerge again, or the millennials, or Kenyan groups as a whole. So let Rigathi Gachagua go. That will be a perfect opportunity of making sure William Ruto delivers. Because with an impeached Rigathi, if Ruto then fails to deliver, then he'll clearly be digging his own political grave. So Rigathi should go. They cannot go, both of them, because MPs can't impeach Ruto. But if Rigathi is impeached, he can join forces with the opposition, and together with maybe a new Gen Z emerging, and they can pile pressure on William Ruto's government. And we might see something similar to what we saw on 25th June 2024. That can only happen if Rigathi is impeached. If Rigathi stays, Rigathi can make it out with William Ruto. And don't expect that if Ruto today forgives Rigathi, then Rigathi will still make noise. He will not make noise. In fact, William Ruto will go for his 10 years. After that, Rigathi will come in for his 10 years. If Rigathi stays, Kenyans should look at the bigger picture. I don't know who bewitched Kenyans. This is a wonderful opportunity. But you are hearing some people complaining that impeach both. You can't impeach both. It's one at a time. You start with the easier one. And even when we were doing our exams, we were being told to start with easy questions. And then you remain with the hard questions. In this case, we must start with the easier one. If removing William Ruto is easier, then we start with that. If removing Rigathi is easier, we start with that. One at a time. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In this forum, we don't massage anybody's political ego. We say the truth as it is. We offer the other side of the story. We don't go with the wave. We don't do things blindly. We don't go with the wave. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.